Maryland deputy accused of sexually abusing woman in parking lot. Officials say there could be more victims. This is what's especially wild to me because peep game, he had 26 weeks of training at the academy, right? Then he had 10 weeks of ride-alongs with the supervisor. Then they cut him loose to do solo patrols at the end of August. So we have from August all the way up until now, at least 6 women have come forward claiming that he's assaulted them sexually or abused them sexually. When the hell was he doing any police work? As soon as they took the training wheels off, he ran immediately for the women. A sheriff's deputy is accused of raping a woman in a department store's parking lot, and police say there could be several more victims. Radar has learned recently Stephen Victor Abreu, a deputy with the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office, was fired after he was arrested on a second-degree rape charge. He was also hit with counts of false imprisonment, sexual contact while a person is in law enforcement custody, second-degree assault, fourth-degree sexual offense, and 3 counts of misconduct in office. This is not the first story that I've caught where a young law enforcement officer has taken advantage of a woman, intoxicated or otherwise, in a parking lot. We had a young officer, 24, in Miami-Dade, raped his best friend in a Krispy Kreme parking lot back in July. The alleged incident happened in a Kohl's parking lot on October 26. Police noted in a probable cause affidavit that the victim met a friend in a parking lot when Abreu pulled up in a marked car in uniform. The victim said Abreu spoke briefly to her friend before releasing her, and then speaking to the victim, he took down her phone number, why, and then said she had to get out of the car to check for illegal substances. He then allegedly sexually abused the victim. Just a blatant abuse and misuse of the badge coming at a time where all across the country, law enforcement is having a rough go building and rebuilding ties with the communities. The victim said she feared what would happen if she tried to run away or fight off the alleged assault, and that's exactly what he's counting on. He's banking on that. A few days later, Abreu allegedly stopped the victim and said he had been watching her. At one point, this is creepy, man. At one point, he reached into her car and forcefully moved her face to look at her neck, police said. Investigators spoke to Abreu, and he made numerous statements that police knew were untrue. He admitted to the abuse. Abreu was then arrested and fired. That's what I'm talking about. No paid administrative leave, no pending investigation. Clear your locker and get the fuck out of here. There's no space for that. Fox News reported that there could be additional victims. A separate article said that there may be 6 or 7 women that came forward. The report also detailed several questionable actions by the former deputy, including previous interactions with women. Sheriff Mike Lewis said the agency had to lower its hiring standards amid staff shortages. Abreu was employed for less than a year. It's very difficult to recruit good quality candidates, he told the outlet. So what do we find ourselves doing? Hiring people that didn't wow us during the interview. But we need warm bodies on patrol still in these vacancies that we have within our agencies. And inevitably, what does that do? It lowers our standards. This is how individuals are able to get through the cracks. That is not an excuse at all. Lewis blasted the deputy, saying it was not consensual and it was just wrong. Reach out. Tell me what you think. Do you think the vetting process should be the vetting process 100%, whether they're short-staffed or not? Or do you think they should fill in these spots to keep from being spread so thin?